So, you want to learn how to build wooden arrows. My name is Snow Walker, and I have some videos, and I will show you how to build wooden arrows. I use Port Orford cedar. That's a real good arrow material. It's probably the most common that you'll find out there. There's a lot of different types of woods. Port Orford cedar, you can straighten it out really easy. It holds its memory pretty good once you do straighten it out. It's fairly common to get, not too hard to get. You can buy it in bulk. It takes stains and paints really well. It's a really good. There's not many that. As a matter of fact, it's kind of the standard that sets the standard of the arrow building industry is the Port Orford cedar. So what I have here is a whole box of Port Orford cedar shafts, bear shafts, and I got a bow that I am gonna tune these arrows to. I'm gonna build these arrows to the bow, a specific bow, and each bow will shoot the arrows differently. Different spine weights, different draw weights, and recurve, long bow, whatever it may be. They're all different. So you have to tune your arrows to the bow. And before I really get into that, I'm going to show you the bow. I like showing off bows. These things are awesome. This is a bear, a 1962 Fred Bear or Bear Archery Puller. This is the Bear Puller. I don't know how. It looks fairly focused. This camera is not the best camera. I need to get a better one for this sort of thing. And anyways, get back on the subject. This bow is a 66-inch bow, measured, along the limbs, string from each of the ends where the string goes, and it's a recurve. 45-pound bow. This one has that zebra wood, which is really neat. I built the string and built the feather rest. Still not sure if I like that or not. And the way you start out, you have to say, well, I need to know what kind of shafts I need, what spine weight do I need. So the spine weight of the shaft, and it's going to be specific for each bow. Some bows are, a 60-pound bow is going to take a different spine weight arrow than a 45-pound bow. And also, what type of tips you got on the end. The heavier the tip, the more this thing's going to want to bend. So the spine weight of an arrow or a shaft is its bendability, basically. How easy or how hard it bends. And the way you measure that is, let me back up a little bit. First of all, you're going to want to know what spine weight am I going to need for my bow. And there's charts you can look at. They'll get you in the ballpark area, kind of. There's a lot of factors that determine which spine will do the best in your bow. The length of the arrow determines it. The weight up front will determine it. Whether it's a center cut shelf or there's no shelf on the bow at all. Whether it's a long bow, the type of string you use, fast flight versus Dacron. The type of twist in the string. If there's a lot of twist or no twist. I mean, it all affects how the arrow releases from the bow, excuse me, and flies. And what I'm going to teach in this next several videos is how to start at the beginning with something like this and end up with something like this. Okay, gonna go through it all, and Here's a few arrows. A lot of those I didn't make. I bought a lot of those. A lot of those I did make. There's a bunch more. I made every one of those. And I'm going to make a lot more. As I get more bows, I need to get more arrows tuned to the bows. So, let me get a little close up here. Sorry about that. So this is the spine tester. So I know what I need is, because I looked at the charts, I got a 45-pound bow, and I know how long my arrows are, and luckily I have some arrows that I can shoot, because I have so many arrows, that I got an idea of what I want, what's close for my bow. And what I know that is, what is close, is a 55 to 60 spine weight arrow. So what I'm going to do, first, I'm going to take, I want a dozen arrows. So I'm going to start off, I want these to be closer. I don't want one to be 55 and one to be 60. And that's what that box has. That box has spine shafts that are spined, all pre-spined, 55 to 60 spine weight. I want it closer. So this is a spine tester. Show a little closer here. It's got a little needle here with counterbalance. There's 2 points, fixed points. And I like to put my shaft with the grain running this way. It makes a little bit of a difference because that's the way. No, excuse me, I said that wrong. I said that right. The grain, you can look at the end and see where the grain's running, and then you want to turn it 90 degrees, and then you want to test it. That's the way I do it. It's all about consistency. You hang a 2-pound weight. I can see that this one here spines out at about, looks like about 55. That's 55. Okay. So here's my pile for 55. Let's set it over here. Let's see what this one weighs. The spine is not really a weight. Find my grain. I like to run my grain up so they're all consistent. Put the weight on it. That one is about 53. So already, I've seen that there's a discrepancy. This box says 55 to 60. There's a 53 one right there. Well, that's quite a bit off. So that's the purpose of doing these. I'm going to set this aside. Okay. This one, and you zero it out. You zero out your needle each time it's zeroed. Once you place the shaft on there before the weight. That one is about 56. 56 pounds, 55, 56, that's pretty good. So I'll put it over with that original one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these in different piles, okay? I'm going to go through a lot of arrows. I'm going to have them in different piles. Then, I might have 20 in a pile or so. I'm going to weigh them. That'll be the next step. And I don't really want to show that. That's just, you weigh them. And you have a mean, an average that you want them to be. So that all your shafts are about the same weight, really close, and the same spine weight also. And from that point, we'll go to the next video where we're going to start lacquering the shaft and painting them. Basically get a finish on them. You need to keep these dry. You can't just go out and shoot wooden arrows with no finish on them. They'll get wet and they'll act funny, they'll weigh different and so forth. So that's the first video, spine testing the arrows and classifying them in spine weight and the actual weight of the arrow, which is usually in grams. So this is Snow Walker, and appreciate you watching these videos, and I'll say what I always say, may your arrows fly true.